Hi Scorpio, welcome to January 2023 and Happy New Year. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have a full moon in Cancer on the 6th. On January 12th, Mars, one of your ruling planets, moves direct in Gemini. Then on January 18th, Mercury goes direct in Capricorn. We have a new moon in Aquarius on January 21st, and then Uranus moves direct the next day in Taurus. And that's in your relationship sector on the 22nd. So we'll talk about the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about love and relationships this month? What is happening for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know about love, relationships, and anything else that might be important for January? The Nine of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Swords in the past, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Sun, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Death card, which doesn't mean death, and you know that. But anyway, so you're starting the month out with this mental stress and trying to make a decision. The Nine of Swords energy is worry. It's a card of worry and mental stress, like you're overthinking things. You could be overthinking a relationship. Maybe you've been, some of you might be trying to decide, do I stay, do I go? You have the Three of Swords energy here, which you might have had some kind of, that's a card of heartache. So you could have broken up with someone, or you're trying to choose. You have this Two of Pentacles, which is juggling two things. Maybe you're trying to choose between two people, trying to figure out who's the better partner. I feel like you've been hurt in the past in a relationship, and that could be influencing your present relationship because you have the Death card here with the Three of Swords. So the Death card is about releasing the past. Maybe you've been living in the past and worrying that I don't want to be hurt again. I've already been hurt in the past, and you're being really cautious, and you're checking out anybody new that's coming along, because you see this Page of Swords is about really looking deeply into things. But with the Death card, things are changing. There's a lot of you have to clear out the past and realize that, a cycle of my life has ended. It's over. Especially if you broke up with someone. If you ended a relationship and you're still carrying that relationship in your heart, like you haven't really let go of the past, or it's still influencing you on some level, and it might be influencing your current relationships, you need to release it. Now, the Queen of Wands energy, this could have, for some of you, it could have been a rival that you were dealing with. Maybe you felt like someone was trying to take something from you, take a partner away from you. Or it could also be that you've decided to stand up for yourself and take a leadership role in your life and in your relationship. You're no longer just accepting things and letting things flow. You're wanting to direct, you want things to change. And the Queen is like, I know what I want, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go after it. So you have to be careful with this Page of Swords energy, though. The Page of Swords can be having to have a difficult conversation with someone, or you could be dealing with a challenging lover, someone who can be, unpredictable, and you have to choose your words carefully when you communicate with them. The Page is also a card of gossip and spying. So you have to be careful who you're telling your stories to. Don't always, don't share all your business with everyone because they might be talking behind your back. So it's better to keep your plans close to your chest. And if you're getting involved with someone, but I see new love coming. And if you're getting involved with someone new, it's going to be really good. But you have to look. You're going to be looking really carefully at this new opportunity, this new relationship. Like, you're not going to be as vulnerable as you have been in the past. You're going to be more letting your head rule your heart rather than the other way around. Because typically water signs have a tendency to love first and think later. Like you let your thinking, your logic go out the window when you really care about someone. So you have to be more logical in relation. Like, okay, is this person honest? Or is everything they're saying, do they back up their words with action? Can I trust what they're saying? Am I seeing any red flags? So before you give your heart away, you want to make sure that you know a lot about this person first. Don't jump into something with someone you don't really know. You have to find out more about them. Now, the sun in the future is great. And the Ace of Cups here. That means new love is possible. I don't know if it's going to happen in January. It may happen later in the year. But the sun represents overcoming whatever difficulties you've had in the past. So if you've been struggling in a relationship and worried and not sure what to do or how to make what decision to make, because I'm seeing the Two of Swords, you have a lot of cards of indecision. Like, I don't know if I want to stay or where I want to go. Or if you broke up with someone, maybe you've had a falling out or there's been a separation. You're like, I don't know if I should reach out to them or wait for them to reach out to me. There's this you're waiting for them, they're waiting for you. There's this standoff energy where somebody has to break the ice. So maybe you need closure with someone. Maybe you need to reach out and have a conversation, even if it's difficult, and find out, where is this relationship going? What do you want from this relationship? So that'll help you make your decision to whether to stay or move on to someone else. With the Four of Pentacles here, you're looking for security in love. But you can sometimes be a little too controlling. You don't want to control the outcome. And you don't want to hold on to someone just because it represents security. Don't settle for less than you deserve. If you're seeing things that are not right and you're feeling like there's something wrong with this relationship, don't be afraid to leave or to put an end to something that's not serving you so that you could find something that is serving you. Now, with the Sun and the Ace of Cups, this brings hope. The Sun brings connecting with someone that you really enjoy being with. You have fun with them. You enjoy being, you're like you're like two kids when you're together. Time goes by and you really have fun and you enjoy each other. And there's loyalty here. The dog, you see the little dog here? That represents loyalty and truth and trust. And I feel, and the Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's planting a new seed in love. Now that can be, for some of you who are in a relationship, it can mean a new beginning within that relationship where you talk about the difficult things that you need to talk about. You come to some kind of understanding. You heal whatever happened from the past and you have a chance for a new start. For those of you who have already broken up with someone and you're looking for new love, it's on. But it may not happen until the summer. I feel like, because this card relates to June, July, August. And even the sun, this has a summer vibe. The sun is high in the sky, it's hot, the sunflowers come out like July, August. So I feel it's going to be over the summer that you have stuff that you have to wrap up. You have to have some closure with your current situation before you can bring in this new energy. And you have decisions to make. You may have to put an end to one situation before something new can begin. And you have the Seven of Swords here. This can come up when you may feel like someone's not being honest with you. You may not trust the communication, like what you're hearing. You know, someone might be telling you one thing but doing another, or they're not telling you the whole story. So you have to look deeper with the Seven of Swords, because someone could be trying to take something from you, or they have a hidden agenda. So you have to be careful of that. The other way that the Seven of Swords can work out is when you have plans that you need to keep secret right now. So there could be some new opportunity developing, but you don't want to go and tell everybody because you want to see where it goes. You want to learn more about this new person before you take action and make major changes in your life. I feel like, and the Seven of Swords is also not facing the truth about something. So either you or your partner might not be seeing, you don't want to deal with the truth. Like you might be seeing red flags, or you might be seeing things that you don't want to see, and you're brushing it, sweeping it under the rug. Or you may have problems in the relationship that one person doesn't want to look at. Like you may want to say, hey, we have this problem, and the other person might be, oh, don't worry about it, it's nothing. So you're like, you can't move forward, you can't change anything, you can't fix anything if one person doesn't want to deal with the issue. So I feel like you have to be very vigilant this month and really look with a clear head. Don't, make judgments based on your heart alone. Use your brain, be discriminating is what I'm trying to say. Really look at what someone's telling you. And the best way you could tell how a person is if their words match, if their actions match their words. Because people can talk. Talk is cheap, People can say anything they want to say. It's what they do that counts, not what they say. So that will help you make a decision to know if the person you're dealing with is honest and means what they say. If they mean what they say, they're going to back it up with action. They're going to, they're not going to just promise you everything and deliver nothing. So that's one way to look at it. Look deeply beneath the surface and don't take action, and don't talk, keep your plans to yourself. Be careful who you communicate to. Make sure whoever you're talking to is someone you can trust, someone who has your best interest at heart. But I see love on the horizon, but I don't think it's going to be this month. I think this month you're kind of working out some conflicts and trying to figure out what direction to go in. I think it's coming up in the future, though. Once you figure it all out, I feel like there's a beautiful relationship in the future. But you have to get through this difficulty first. Okay, let's see what the angel cards have to say to Scorpio. Peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax. Do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. So see, this mental stress, the angels are telling you, stop stressing. Don't worry about things that haven't happened. Sometimes with the Nine of Swords, you worry about things that may not happen. Like you're thinking of the worst case scenarios. And it could be because of, you may have had a bad experience in a past relationship. And when this new relationship starts, you're thinking, oh, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like maybe that's going to happen again to me. And I don't want to go through that pain and heartache. So you're extra cautious. You're hyper vigilant. But don't get stuck in the negative mindset, I guess is what I'm saying. Visualize a positive outcome. Visualize positive new beginnings. Visualize love and loyalty and a good person giving you the love you deserve. And you can manifest that. I think it's coming, but you have to overcome. You have to make some decisions and relax and release the past. Free yourself from the past. So let's see what the astrology has to say. We have a full moon on January 6th, and that's in your 9th house. And you have the Sun, Mercury, and Pluto in your 3rd house. Those are the communication houses, the travel houses. So something may be completing, you might be coming back from a trip. But I feel like communication is important this month at this full moon. You may realize certain things about a relationship, especially with your family, because the third house has to do with siblings, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. It's a time of communication. And I feel also there could be some sudden developments in a relationship because you have Uranus in the 7th house also being aspected by the full moon. And so some unexpected things might develop in a relationship, and you may need to talk about it. I think what's going to help and heal a situation that comes to light at the full moon is communication, being honest, speaking, saying your piece, even if it's difficult. You need to uncover what's been hidden or what's buried in your psyche. You have Venus in the 4th house, and it's trining Mars in the 8th house. So Venus, you might be fixing up your home. When Venus is in the 4th house, you might be focused on making your home pretty, redecorating, painting, buying some things for the house. It could also bring love to your home, like you might be entertaining someone in your home. Mars is in the 8th house, so wherever Mars is, and Mars has been there for a while, so you've been focusing your energy on, paying off debt, dealing with your finances, maybe getting a loan from a bank so you could pay off some debt. There could be inheritance, but you're also dealing with the 8th house issues of you're transforming, dealing with the shadow, dealing with your fears around intimacy, and changing the way you handle money, the way you deal with your, especially not so much the money that you earn, but maybe the money you invest. So investments could be covered by the 8th house. And Mars has been retrograde, so things have been kind of stuck. Mars is going to go direct, so things are going to start to move in that direction. So especially if you have a relationship, because the 8th house represents sexual intimacy, you could have to choose between two people at some point, because Gemini rules the 8th house, and Gemini is like the twins. So maybe you're dealing with someone who has a split personality, like one day they're one way, one day they're another way. You don't know how to deal with them. Jupiter is in your 6th house. It just moves into Aries in December. And that's bringing luck in your work environment. And Chiron is there. It's also like the house of health. So you have an opportunity for healing. Maybe you're getting more opportunities at work. Your work environment is going to bring sudden opportunity and growth. Maybe possibly you could get a promotion or some kind of advancement. But also it's a good time to change your health habits and to focus on healing. So if you've been overworking, maybe you need to focus on your health. Maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself. You've been working too hard. So Jupiter is going to help you in that way. Be careful for excess. Don't do anything in excess. Like if you're overeating or you're attracted to sweets, or watch your diet when Jupiter's in the 6th house. And don't overdo. Don't take on more work than you can handle. Because Jupiter sometimes feels like I can do everything, I can do anything. And so they say, so like if at work they want to dump more work on you, you might, I can do it. And then you realize, oh my God, I've overwhelmed myself. So set some boundaries. Don't let people dump on you. So Mars goes direct on the 12th. So some financial situation is going to start to get resolved or move forward. Mercury goes direct on the 18th. So during this time, the first couple of weeks of January, you might be reconnecting or going back to some project, some communications project, and having to redo it. Or you might be dealing with family. Someone from like some past issue with family might come back to be revisited. Mercury can sometimes deal with contracts, communication. If you're signing anything during a Mercury retrograde, check all the fine print. If you can postpone a signing until later when Mercury goes direct, that would be a good thing. If not, you have to make the best of it. So just make sure you look at the details. Look beneath the surface. Don't just take things for granted. Then we have this new moon in Aquarius, and that's happening in your 4th house. So you have an opportunity for a new beginning with home and family. Some of you might think about moving into a new place, or you could have a new relationship with your family. If relations have been strained a little bit, you can have this new start. This moon is conjunct. It's an out of sign conjunction with Pluto in your fourth house, in your third house. So I feel like things are transforming in the way you deal with family. You're seeing things from a different perspective. Venus is moving into the fourth and it's conjunct Saturn. So if you're buying a new home or you're moving to a new place, you're going to be there for a long time. It's possible you might be taking care of a parent. Maybe a parent moves into your house, or you're taking care of an older relative. Mercury's in the third house, trining Uranus in the seventh with the North Node. You might hear from someone from the past that wants to connect out of the blue. You know, maybe a past relationship comes back to be dealt with. Because with Uranus in your seventh, like, it's bringing unexpected energy. It's freeing, it's bringing exciting energy. If you're in a relationship and you're not happy, Uranus can break you free of it. If you're not in a relationship, it can bring a sudden connection that's really a lot of fun. Someone that you might meet through your local environment, or someone that you meet online. But like I said, just be careful, especially online connections. Make sure this person is who they say they are, especially if you're on the dating sites. Some people may embellish, their lives, and you want to make sure that you're dealing with the real person, not some made-up character. But Jupiter in the 6th, I think your career is going to go well this month. It might even bring in some more money, because right now you have Mars in the 8th. When Mars is in your money house, it could up your expenses in some way. So these development, you might be thinking, like, maybe I need to take on more work or make more money because I want to pay off some debt. You're going to be focused on that, like getting your finances in order. And Jupiter can bring luck and abundance and opportunity. You might feel like you're getting along better with your colleagues too. The only thing you have to watch out for, like I said, with Jupiter, is taking on too much. No, you have to know what your limits are, because Jupiter is a planet of excess. And if you take on more than you can handle, it may affect your health in a bad way, because you're taking on too much. You're not giving yourself enough time to recharge. So just be careful. Don't promise everything. Know what your limits are. Know what you can handle. Set boundaries. But I feel like this new moon is really good if you want to create a new environment in your home, or have a new relationship with home and family. I feel like you could create that, and you could fix up your house so that it really represents who you are, and it's your sanctuary. So, like I said, communication is important this month. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak up if you feel like something needs to be cleared. Don't be afraid to look deeper into any relationships that come your way, especially partnerships online. Don't be afraid to, don't be afraid to advance in your career, but don't take on more than you can handle. And be open to love. Release the past. Release any past fears or baggage from a past relationship, and be open to the new. Don't worry too much, because I think there's a possibility for new beginnings. New seeds are coming. You could connect with someone that's really wonderful, that can bring joy and fun back into your life. So that's my forecast, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. Leave a comment if this reading resonated with you. It's a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. If you want a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful January, a wonderful new year, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.